The Act 1 finale. Here we go. We have one little choice and then we have the Act 1 boss. So it's a decision between either going for a random chance event or a fight. And between the two, I'd much rather take the fight. It's a lot more consistent in terms of rewards. As what we're working with, we have 2 units of knights now. Light Cav, the Brick of Swordsman, and our Knight Commander on Griffin. So a highly mobile force for us to work with. Orc Raiders, and they'll be going first. Okay, so big brick in the middle, nice and obvious. We'll put the Griffin on this side because he can ignore the terrain. Now we've got an extra unit, so this is the one with the cursed standard, so the extra attack, so it's even more lethal. So we'll probably have it operating on its own. You can have 2 units on this side. This is obviously a bit risky in that you don't have a lot of strength in the centre. So let's try and think of it. So if there was a unit here and they came forward, you'd want to hit them in the side with this, so you can try and bait them into an advantageous position with this one. Leave them here and leave them there, I'll do. Okay, and we'll 1v1 with a chariot there, that's unfortunate. You'd rather the Griffin or the ranged unit be there to deal with that one. These we're not particularly fussed about, just set them in. That's fine. In comes the chariot. What we might do if we're lucky, we might be able to get the Griffin over there. Because there's a pretty colossal charge range. It seems, yes, he can reach. Oh, it's a question of whether... no, those woods are going to be an issue. I think I have to twist around quite carefully. So it's hard to tell because, unfortunately... Could I... You can test this before you do. Can I use his movement to just get... I can just get straight through. Curious. So the question becomes, why do I not just do this? Yeah, I'm outside the chariot's charge range and I get a flank charge. They just handed that to me for free. Save the Griffin for something going on over here. Right, these are melee units, so ideally I like to see him. He's going to move up in a perfect tandem, so I can't actually side charge them. They're going to be in a well reinforced brick. What you could do is you could just start marching forward with these and start doing damage. You'd rather shoot that one, but never mind. Yeah, it's 3 to hit now because we have better skill, so yeah, we're doing very nice damage quite consistently. Careful, they might actually be able to come further forward because they're not so heavily armoured. Yeah, they're wearing heavy armour, which slows them down, so they'll have slightly more movement, which means they might be able to catch me. Well, I've slightly mucked it up in that case. I think he's going to get stuck. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Okay, I'll just have to take it. It's only 10 warriors, it's the weakest thing in their army, so just hitting it head on and killing it is pretty reasonable, honestly, with this. Alternatively, we could not do that. We could try and take a side charge with this one. Should be enough space for us to fit in there. So I'll have him there and go for that. This unit could just distract this indefinitely. I'll leave that, that's fine. And in case that doesn't work, we'll move this up in a kind of emergency reserve capacity to hit something. Otherwise, I'm happy with that. No charges, on to turn 2. So yeah, they're going to try and hit those. I would rather they not be able to do that. So I'll charge those. Nothing here. Obviously we're not going to take the brutes on the front, there's no point. Everything else is okay. Go for it. Inch forward to try and pest them. We'll just use... Is there any point? It's only defense 5, we're power 5. We'd have 8 attacks hitting on 3s re-rolling, so a lot of hits. But then force... Oh, they might just about survive, so we'll use that. I'll rather just get through them and move on quickly. Good, they've moved out the way of him, which is ideal. I'll use his re-roll abilities now, just to get through this nice and quick. Okay, let's go ahead and... Below average for 3s, but never mind. Work this unit down a bit more. Yeah, that's what I want to do is get them down to 1 rank, because then when I side charge in the knights in a second, it's going to be such that they only get a single attack back at us, which is pretty great. So you can come over here. I think they've already moved, so we're pretty much safe in that regard. And you've effectively already been given a side charge there, so that's great. Just leaves this unit. I'm not going to engage yet because we can obviously wait until this is a lot more advantageous for us, so let's just back away. Not quite intel. I think you'd be fine. Just in case, why risk it? Okay, 3's re-rolling. Oh, still miss. It's good. So it would be 6s, and because we bought the cruelty magic item, they have to re-roll successes. So the only way they save against me now is if they roll 6 twice in a row, which is somewhat unlikely, I'm afraid. It's going to be a very powerful unit. Hit me once. Oh, we're fine. That's an instant break they can't hold. Yep, the damage output of the Lord and his Griffin there has become now so consistent, I'm happy to throw him into units and assume he'll win. We go straight through the chariot. They hit me every time, which is a bit annoying. I do 1 wound. So one of these gents are wounded. These can kill those, no problem. And I can't do anything with them yet. I could finish off those warriors. And just leave. I'd rather not bother. I'll just have all of this. Because even if they rally this turn, they can't move, so I'll kill that and then I can just have the knights kill them next turn. I'd rather have the Griffin come over here to help crush this unit. Their discipline's also dismal, so there's a very real chance they just break anyway. Right, so what we want to do, can he get far enough into the... It's crucial that he gets into the wood so he can actually see past it, which he can, so that looks fine. They don't rally, so they're going to run off, fantastic. How do we want to handle this? We'd like to break the Orc Warriors, because if we can, they'll break and die, presumably, so it'll just be 1 unit. We'd like to engage them at least twice. The justification being is that they won't be able to turn around. And if you're really lucky, you can get these guys up here into this side. I don't think they quite have the movement. So that's what I can do instead, is I can take them into this side. They can't. Oh, they can still charge me there. Careful. There we are. So I can hit them. They can't hit me, and then the Griffin will hit them. Okay, that's pretty much exactly as you want to do it. You might take an extra wound and lose a guy, but then I want to heal them anyway to get at least 5 in the squad. This unit of swordsman is just hanging around, I guess. Okay, used hit re-rolling. Decent hits, yep. And they've got good armour, so they might, yeah, they do actually chin it. Doesn't help them, you know, stay in. I'll just have the knights finish them off in a second. In you go, and in you go. And we'll finish this off as well. I could charge that, but you just allow them an opportunity to strike the swordsman from the front, so why? All aboard. Do I care about moving these? Not really, let's get a move on. Okay. Oh, full house. Good work. They're not going to save anything because he's so devastating. The knights re-roll. And do plenty of damage. That unit is broken. Might lose our 1 guy here. We don't. Interesting. Oh, the Griffin gets to go over those, of course. 14 of them. -7. Make that. And last but not least, 9 of 10. Not bad. We'll take it. And dead. That went rather well. I think it's like, yep, casualty-less round there. Okay, so some of the gold is easy. The guys with max HP you can just take without thinking. The swordsmen are fine as well. This is the only one you want to consider. And we are about to face the boss, so yes, I will take the extra guys to bring them back up to combat parity. Yeah, they're in a line of 6, which is fine. Everything else is okay. So here comes the boss fight. Drazgog. He's a charming gentleman, really. Avid reader. Right, so we'll put the Griffin directly behind in the middle here so he can swing around whichever way he wants to. We're not liable to, in terms of ranged output from orcs, the only thing we really have to be worried about is their artillery emplacement, so we might come up against things like catapults and stuff like that. I'm probably going to sacrifice this side. The reason being is that I can kill everything on this side, so that's half their army, and then it's just a few units left back here, which is going to be easy enough to run over. I can probably just about get everything here. Yeah, make sure we can't get hit by anything on that end. It's obviously going to be quite tight and difficult to manoeuvre, but make sure I can't get caught by anything there. So everything over there is going to take ages to get into combat while this stuff's dead. So they have no range potential whatsoever. It's all melee. Pass the turn. Okay. So look, he's gonna try going that way, but they're gonna get blocked behind their own units trying to shuffle here. So they haven't really got much point. The chariot will get a good movement, so I'm just gonna waste time with something slow that doesn't matter like this. Yeah, more. Okay. So I've got my 4 cav units, and they have to move. I'd like to see where these move, because then I can probably get into position to counter. Let's move you right off to the side here, so I can get like a flank of some kind going on. What's his movement's pretty good, so he's probably going to be able to get far enough to be a nuisance, actually. In fact, if he just went forward, he'd reach that troll unit, so let's try and get right over to the side here. That's not bad, but we can do a bit better. Like that. Here comes the chariot. Now the chariot I think still has less charge range than the griffin. So if I were to put him just dead in front, so that is the limit of his range there, and I'm already in mine. So ordinarily you avoid getting combat with units in the front, but chariots are super reliant on the charge. They get huge bonuses, so I can't hover it, but crushing charge down there. You see, normally it adds power, but for chariot it adds like 2 power and 2 attacks. It makes them basically twice as effective in combat, so if you charge them, you can just run straight through them. And I'm happy to do so, because then I can get into the rear line. Interesting, they went for that unit. So what's going to happen? They're going to trundle forward, but they're not actually going to be able to stop me. So I'm happy in this instance to push him forward, and you want to be careful here, because the obvious thing to do is just move forward and shoot, but trolls have an annoying regeneration ability. Unless you kill off a whole model, they have 3 wounds apiece, they'll just regenerate all the wounds that one took, so if you think you can do 3 wounds, it's worth shooting 1, if not, don't bother. So I've got 10 shots, they'll be hitting on 3s, so you'll get 6.6 recurring hits on average. I'm power 4, their defense 5, they'll get 3 ups to save. You only do about 2.2 wounds, so more often than not you'll actually fail to get the kills you want. So really you'd rather shoot them and you get some value out of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get you into a position where you can side charge these, which is that's good enough already. So yeah, side arc, and I can clearly hit them, so we'll just leave you there. They'll come blundering forward, and then I can move these in such a way. This is going to be a slight hassle there. I don't want to interrupt the charge of my ally here. And start doing damage. And I want to get to a position where I'm definitely not going to get in the way, because I don't want to take that head on. That'd be silly. How are we going to handle this? I could run. That should be okay. I can draw a straight line, and I can then tweak and get up there next turn, I suppose. Or why take the risk? You're just running the risk of interrupting your own charge. Can't really get anywhere more convenient, I'm afraid, so yeah, I'm just going to run across and hope for the best. Worst case scenario is you charge head on, and that's a win for the knight anyway. Yeah, we're fine. Good stuff. And we'll have you kill the chariot. Everyone else remain where you are. Oh, interesting. He went too far. If he was just a bit further back, he'd side charge me next turn, but he messed it up. That's good news for us. I'm not going to use his ability this turn, because he really should just go straight through this. I'd rather save it for some of these harder units that you don't want to get stuck in combat with. So you'll be there, and then we've got this unit to waste time with, so I'm going to move you to the side. Like so. He's going to try and come around and hit him, but I'll be gone by then. He's too slow to catch him. That leaves us with this. This is going to get a bit messy because he can't charge him yet, but I'd rather he turn around to try and face one of these. So I'm going to presume he's dead and move you in a position where you'll be able to do something next turn. It's going to be slightly awkward in that he's going to be in the way no matter what I do, so perhaps back here. Try and charge through. In a way that I can side charge there just in case he is still a threat, but I think that will do for the most part. He just goes forward to hit him. Unfortunate. Okay. I'd rather he not have the opportunity to side charge him, so what we'll probably do in that case is side charge him with these. Hope we can kill at least 2 more. So they can't. Yeah, that's a great hit roll. That should be able to do it. Great. So they're only going to get 2 hits on us, and that's probably good enough. Actually, you could even go in the front with them. You'll take some damage to this unit, but you're guaranteed to kill them. This should be pretty easy. Although, oh man, their defense 5. I underestimated how good their saves were. And they break at least, so, you know, the outcome was what I was expecting it to be, but it was messier than I was hoping for. Good hits. It's fine, they take just 3 from him, and the Griffin goes. Ah, that's bad luck. They'll survive with 1 wound because the Griffin hit really badly. Hit me once, and I take no damage. But they should break still because of how dismal they are, unless they're all double 1, they're gone. But they stay on the field, which is interesting. Alright, decision time. So I can intercept with this, that'll prevent it from being, and then you could go forward, yeah, into there and just nail him. That combined will definitely be enough. Because the light cav are going to get hit by both 2 guys and the character, and that's probably enough to actually overwhelm and win that combat. So yeah, I will take it head on and take some damage. I'd rather that than start losing cav unnecessarily. This is the interesting one. I can finish off the chariot. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to ignore it, and then or go for these and hope they go away. Because I don't really want to get... The one thing I don't want to happen is them getting side charged. So we want them. And we'll call that good. Yeah, they're going to come round. The brutes are incredibly slow, so they won't actually be able to get there to bother them. I'm going to do this turn. Curse ban and more attacks. So there's 3 each now, so 18. Fantastic. They went the way I would hope them to. We are going to reroll our hits to make sure we go through this as well. He's used his ability, which I believe is what? Power for everyone? Yeah. So just, I mean, it's not going to matter much because his defense is too high anyway. Oh, I guess it does change a bit, and then this is a bit annoying, but never mind. Start moving these around to be useful next turn. They fail to rally, so they'll be gone. Good stuff. And just start trying to get you into the fight as well. Alright, the character hits twice, and does a wound to the knights. 12 hits, 15 of 18, not bad. And they kill the entire squad single-handedly. We do lose a guy in exchange, which I kind of saw coming, but never mind. It's better than letting them kill 3 light cav or something silly and then losing combat and they're still there. All hits from the character, he did 5s but re-rolling, so we'll lose another one. And the Griffin goes. Re-rolling, please. Hey, that's more like it. The rerolls really matter for the Griffin because he's still skill 4. Ow, take a wound, but you know, so much damage to the squad that you're pretty much fine. Now charges. Yeah, I'm going to send them into his back just to never let them come back in, and then we probably won't bother with any of these. There's a side charge there. That's not bad at all. I think I will take that one. In case they hold. Think about this. You might spend the turn just positioning to make sure you get... Because he can break that and kill them and move on, at which point you then have him behind these 2. You can get some side and rear charges going on, you get more turns to shoot. So I'm just going to be conservative and hold off for this turn. So 8 inches forward, which isn't going to help him. Around here. Not quite, can't go that far. Like so. In fact, just to make sure the other unit there can't get in there to pester me, I'm going to go as far close to this wall as I can get away with. So I'm out of range. That's not quite so I need to go further. I can see him, can't charge me, and I'm inside arc. I'm confident he wouldn't be able to get that far, so yeah, it's no problem. Right, this slight mess here. Who do I want to move first? Probably get you out of the way so I can move the light cav somewhat. Because then I can move them to help into the side. At which point you can probably do side and side and just completely annihilate that unit. If that unit's going to die, you'd be better off shooting that one, but no way I'm going to get to that. Take your one casualty. Enjoy. Turn around. That's fine. And then you're pretty much there. I just need to get you a bit further forward so you can participate. Good, you're now inside arc as well. Good stuff. Now without the rerolls, you could in theory have a really bad hit roll turn hit. Yeah, this they get to turn around. I had a save, but the Griffin does okay though. So still 3 of them left. They could in theory turn around here. They don't. Oh well, you tried. Right, so in we go. And in we go. I'm not going to charge on this one because I actually want him to be able to react to this and see what, because the downside to being this close is that he's probably going to get a free charge on something here, which isn't. Yeah, so he'd be able to rear charge them, which is obviously suboptimal. I can't get him really into a useful position, I'm afraid. This is a bit annoying. I've got nothing I can shoot at. It would be them you'd want, but let's just move you around. They do rally, that's kind of annoying. I'll still be able to side charge them, but then they're going to be... If I go up there and then charge here, so I'm as far away from those as possible so they can't hit me in the back, that would be ideal. I'm in short range and I'm not going to get there. Wow, it's a great hit roll. More casualties. It doesn't really make a difference for what happens next, but never mind. Right up there and hit them in the rear. And this unit will just get slaughtered for reasons obvious. Oh, that's the dismal roll. Still, they failed their saves, which is nice. Hit twice. Oh, and we passed as well. There you go, we made up for it. Awkwardly. A bunch of casualties from the Knights. It's ones we were expecting to do a bit more damage. We take a wound, which loses a guy, which is unfortunate. They break and they disappear because they've been sandwiched between 2 of ours. Right, they get their rear charge. I'm just going to deny that if we can. Do we frontal charge those? Absolutely not. That's a terrible waste. Inch forward to go deal with him. That's fine. What you would prefer to do is shoot them. Can't quite get into short range, so just take what we can get. They save everything, of course they do. And then all of these guys are now full wounds, so I don't think they only have 1 attack each, so they quite literally can't kill one of my knights here. Oh, careful. Yeah, we got away with it. You lot are just going to have to sit here. Just in case they turn, you can rear charge them after. Killed 3 on his own, good stuff. We just need more attacks on the character now, because he's got all of the benefits and the great magic stuff going on. They break, which is nice. Starting this turn with 1%. Let's put a stop to that, and I might as well. There's no downside to doing it. There's no upside either, so it's just purely for spike-based reasons, this combat. Skipping the rest of it, we don't care. 8 out of 8 hits, they all die. Doesn't matter if he hits, even if he hits and wounds, we're not losing a knight there. We have 4. Yeah, you succeed, but not really. And the Griffin needs the last one. Yeah, I think I lost a knight. May his name be remembered forever. Oh no, there's both squads took 1 each. Okay, fair enough. Right, so the swordsman leveled. They can have more skills. They can actually hit things, which is kind of nice. And the light cavalry leveled. Range or the unit size and the cav is actually fantastic. Not because they particularly benefit from more attacks in combat, but they all get more guns. So you could be firing a lot of pistols to the point where it becomes a pretty scary unit. That's fine, we'll take that. These are gold, no problem. 5 is still fine. I'd still use it. 4 is a bit low, but they don't have the extra size to make use of it, so we'll just suck it up and get more gold. Act 2. So similar to 4, but you've got a little bit more options. So let's have a quick kind of game plan here and figure out what we're doing. So you can take 3 fights, shot, be forced to take a random event. More fights. Have you a chance? Okay, so ideally what we want is we want the penultimate stop before the final boss to be a rest, as that would allow us to... There's no point in taking a fight or anything at random chance before that, because you don't care about gold. There's no other shops past this point, and you get the XP from the camp anyway. So they're just super... So random chance could, in theory, get you something anomalous and useful, but 99 times out of 100, you'd rather just take the camp. So we'd rather end up this way if we have any discretion. Because I mean, this is sort of the same, just in reverse. So it's a question of how many fights can you do. You get 1 elite down here. You get 2 elites, which is probably pushing it, to be honest. You'd rather just the 1. Or you could take a whole load of fights, 1 random chance, more fights, the elite, and then basically rest up to the finale. So I think we will be going this way. You get your 1 random event in case you want to see something kooky going on. Brood Squad. So Ratmen, definitely not Skaven. Right, so we have the extra. What I probably should have done, if I've got 7, I could have squashed this unit, so it would have been 4 and 3. Would have been less than wieldy. We can do that next time. But otherwise, it's okay. So these are the ones with the curse standard. They're more viable to operate on their own. We want the Griffin to be in a position to really get up in there quickly, because Ratmen can have some annoying ranged units we want to kill promptly. So something like this will probably be okay. Yeah, okay, so we have a monster, long rifles, flamethrowers, more long rifles. I'm going for my swordsman, which is fine, don't care. So we're going to want to deal with that and that pretty quickly. They're annoying. Obviously got the distant, there's the big scary monster over there we're going to want to handle. Not something you want to throw melee knights into, you'd rather shoot it to death, or I mean, even side charges are pointless because it can just hit you anyway, so not the one thing we don't want to engage in melee. Everything else is fair game though. These all, they have 2 attacks, you'd rather hit them in the side at least or shoot them. We're not going to pass because that just gives their ranged things an opportunity to hit us even more. The long rifles are particularly devastating because they do two wounds each, so everything they get through on a knight is an instantly dead knight. We're probably going to have to suck up at least 1 here and then charge and kill them next turn. There's not much we can do about it. So elsewhere, let's figure out how we want to try and mitigate the damage coming in our way. What I could do is move you around here, see if I can get into shot range. So I can reach these and hit the long rifle. The downside to that is that you get close enough for the flamers to have a go. So again, you would probably prefer just to take something like this one, for instance. We know we're going to have to eat shit and then kill the long rifles after, so let's just suck it up. We're going to have to go pretty far forward actually to make sure we get there. Like that. Of course, me going first gives them an even better opportunity to shoot me with stuff, so let's just suck it up. There you are. We're in range. Do your worst, sunshine. The slingers first, but we have great saves against this. We still take a wound. It's fine. Okay, their turn. Still have both long rifles and the flamers. I don't much care about these. We'll deal with them later. Let's just pass and see what they do. They move an infantry unit. Great. Okay, now that they've moved, I can move this with some level of certainty where they're not just going to get killed. And ideally move up to shoot long rifles because they're very squishy. They haven't got a lot of wounds, so this is a great way of dealing a lot of damage to them before they can start messing me up. Oh, really bad time to have a bad hit roll there. Would have liked at least 2 dead. Only got 1.5. They get 1 hit, which kills one of my guys. Great. So because you flubbed that roll, you took damage you didn't need to bother taking. I can actually side charge those next turn, which is nice. We'll pass. Here comes the monster. That's fine. There's nothing we can do about that. Now let's think, where would we like to send our Griffin? Could you win a fight against the monstrosity? Yes, I think eventually they would. They take a bit of damage as a consequence. Can I get over there? So yes, they could actually come over here and we can have a big monster mash over there and have a 1v1, which isn't a terrible idea. I kind of like it. Yeah, go on then, why not? Of course, the drawback to doing that first is that you don't know where they're going to wind up, so let's see if I can force them to move and see what they want to do before I do anything. And they come bounding forward, which is fine. It means I'm going to have to make a choice now. I can either stop them from hitting my swordsman. They're equal skill. They have 2 attacks each though, so they're very killy. I would probably lose that on balance. So I have to spend a turn buying time effectively instead. What I could do, if I can get past him, I could charge the unit behind and just not bother. I'm going to be careful not to end up caught in his charge range though. So nearly, but I mean there shouldn't be anything there preventing that from working. So I'm past him now and I can see that unit. So it comes down to whether or not the game is going to give me the old "you've been interrupted by terrain" problem. That is as far as I can swing across. Can you draw a straight line from the centre of my unit to there? Probably not, hand on heart. Don't think that quite works. But worth a go, and you won't wind up being charged even if it doesn't work anyway, so whatever. And last but not least, we're going to lose some knights to this fire here. Yeah, saw that coming. Okay, and this one we're going to make sure we don't completely use a lunate unnecessarily. I would rather charge them from this side because it makes it easier for me next turn to position myself going to that flank. So we're going to actually come around here, hit this in the side like that. Yep. Okay, here we go. So I'd like to... Yeah, I was afraid of that. Well, you just deal with that. You've got no options there. I'm not putting him into there. I could charge him, but then what happens is he'll turn around and recharge me, which isn't great as options go. You'll go to the side there. Okay, take that for now. They'll be able to completely wipe that unit out and then chain into that one next turn. Yeah, Slinger's attacking my swordsman, the least valuable unit we have. I really don't care. I'm not using the curse standard on long rifles. That's ridiculous. So they're going to. They should. If we're lucky, we might be able to charge them. Probably not. Depends what the angle's like. Do I use my ability to smash through them this time? No, I'd rather save it for something like that. Coming towards me. I'd rather not take that on. I'm not exactly at my best right now. Ah, 2 5s, great. Bad luck, guys. Yeah, that's not great. That leaves me with only a single unit. Yeah, because I can't do it. So annoyingly, the one thing they didn't move that I needed to see where it was going was that one. Because then that would allow me to figure out how to get around him. I really don't want to end up charging him head on, so... I'd rather escape if I had any discretion, but I doubt I'm going to be able to get away with it. He can just turn and face me. I think I'm in a lot of trouble here, I'm afraid. Although conveniently, because I've lost another guy, I can do this. I don't think there's anything preventing him from just 180 and coming after me. The hope is that he comes this way instead. We can give it a go. Worst case scenario is we lose that one knight unit. Yeah, okay. Bad luck. They're all dead. Not surprising. They do nothing back. It's just a ranged unit. What they're going to do. Over here, much the same. Oh, you somehow failed to kill one. Disappointing. They can't make morale anyway. So I can't move and charge the slingers immediately. That's what I was hoping to do. Kill 2. Griffin doesn't hit very well. Oh, that's really bad, actually. We take a win. They might hold here, which would be really irritating. No, thank God. Oh, I see. The slingers did move into range, but they're not going to bother us in combat there. We're fine. Right, decisions. I could try and charge here, but he's just going to end up rearing me anyway, so... This changes my plan here. If I charge into the side, we're going to assume this unit dies and breaks. I could flee. So the benefit of that is I can test it. I'll definitely run off the board. There's nothing to do about it, but it's better than... Yeah, confirmed fleet. They're just going to get chewed up anyway, so I think we'll see in the kill screen at the end whether or not I lose all 3 guys or if I retain them. And if not, I'm happy just to stand here and shoot this unit to death and run away and not have to deal with that. Other charges, I can't make that one. I'm not putting them into the back, so we'll just leave that as it is. Oh, I stayed on. That's a miracle. They're shooting at my Griffin, which is really annoying. But I've got good saves, so I don't take any significant damage there, which is fine. Right, how do I want to handle this? I'm just going to waste the turn with these swordsmen and run away. They shoot me. Oh, that's some really good rolling. Hey, no ones, we're fine. Take the opportunity to move around there. Now that I know that they've wasted their fire into me. There you go, I can't. Okay, so they've got... I'd like to shoot them before they have an opportunity to shoot back. It's unfortunate in that I won't be able to tell what he's doing, but God, I want to finish this unit off. There you go, 6. That would have killed them if they shot that well last time. Ah well, nice try. And let's go this way. Something rallied. I think it was one of theirs. Oh, it was them. They rallied there. Not in a way to bother anything, but there you are. They stood there. I'll try and rally mine. I rally. Hooray. They rally theirs. Everyone's... Okay, no one ran away. Very brave set of troops we have here. And that leaves me with just this, I suppose. So what you'd ideally like to do is get yourself in a position where you could hit him. There you go. So I can't be bothered by those, and I have gotten into range of the monster, so we have a big fight there. He unfortunately can't side charge those slingers because they're not in the trees and the terrain's in the way, so they'll get away with it for a turn. Unfortunate, but what am I to do? There you are. Right, we'll have... Yeah, you're going to there. You're going to try and charge me, but I'd rather you not do that. And there's nothing else to do, really. Yeah, in you go. Because we have the Banner of Mist, they have really terrible hit rolls. They hit only on 6s. My turn. I am going to use this turn just to roll through them. And we're going to use the reroll hits on the Lord as well for that one. Okay. The only things they have left... No, that's it. They've moved everything in their army, so I've got freedom to position myself as I see fit with the remainder. Okay, how do I want to do this? I'm going to ignore that pretty much indefinitely because it's rather inconsequential. I'll just answer it. So I want to shoot these because there's a low number of them and killing each one is worth a lot. There are so few that you don't really have to care about it as a viable unit. And ideally, I can just about get through there. So I can. The downside, unfortunately, is that I'd rather get in there in such a way that I can charge them. So something like that. So the slingers are a ranged unit, so they'll never actually bother. Before I do that, what I can do is I can test... Now, because I've shot, I can't test the movement of the swordsman first. So I'm going to have to make a... Just decide to go, would you rather get slingered at range or charge them? You might be able to hit them in the front with the knights there, in which case you'll be fine. So, to preserve myself from taking unnecessary damage, the smartest thing I think I can do is come this way. There you go. So I can side charge these. Being in combat with them means I can't be shot. It's actually kind of convenient. What's shooting at what? I think the long rifle tried to hit something. God knows where there. Can I get far enough to hit them? No, that's simply too far. But next turn. This unit of swordsmen being chased after by a unit of conscripts. We really don't care, do we? Okay. That's a terrible hit roll, followed by a great hit roll. And they're all dead. One hit. Oh no! Oh, they managed to kill one. Okay, well, we're healing that unit at the end. -1 to save. I dare you. Right, here's the tricky one. So we have better skill, so it's 3s to hit. And we used our ability, so it's re-rolling. So all hits, great. We're strength 7, so they're actually 5s, and they're forced to reroll. He did 4 of 6 wounds on his own. That's pretty great. The Griffin is better skill, so still 3s, re-rolling. Full house, and then it's equal, so 4s, they kill it. Yeah, they're just... Our monster is bigger than your monster. We're probably going to take some nasty hits back, though. Yeah, we die in exchange, okay. I thought we'd either die or maybe be left with 1 wound, but I suppose that's a fair trade. Can't reach, and I'd rather charge this so I don't get shot in the back, so let's just get rid of him. Otherwise you can kill that, and we don't really care about anything else going on. You're going to get slinged. Oh, that's... Hitting on 5s and you hit 11 times, it's incredible. But you get nothing through though, so the dice roll both ways and pass. Yeah, you're going to move him, who cares? What can that unit... Oh, they can hit them. Okay, well you might be about to take a bit of a pummeling there. You could try and be cheeky and move them into protection. Because I'm not going to be able to side charge them anyway, so what I can do is I can move them in such a way that they're effectively hidden behind their own friendly unit. So I don't think he's going to have to be a bit careful here. Let's go a bit further forward. There you go. So I can obviously hit them. They're not going to be able to bother me because they can't hit me. Somehow he's shooting at something. I'm guessing it's the swordsman. Interesting, he turned around to go intercept them, so obviously I don't want that to happen, but now I get the free charge on the side. There we go. That's it, which is all, yeah, full house. And they all die. Still 1 left, annoyingly. This should be pretty easy, even with the... Yeah. They hit twice, which is annoying. They might get one. No, it's just 2 wound. I'd like to charge, but I can't. Yeah, so we're going to have to stop that. We're going to have him charge him specifically so he can't be shot by this, and then you can, yeah, go into there. They're not going to go into the front of the conscripts, that's not a good idea. In, that's fine. He's going to hit, oh, that's the worst target. Hey, we rolled a 6, that's great. Can I, so a choice to make here with this one. Obviously you'd rather just get up there and shoot because he can do a lot of damage. I'm so short range and he's so far away, it would take me another turn to get there. So in that case we're probably better off just side shot, because I'm going to assume that the conscript can actually hold this. Well, 12 attacks, better skill, better power to defense. I mean, we should win. It's a question of whether or not they run. So let's try and, if we're clever, we can get ourselves in a way that we might be able to help either or. No, because I can't see that unit unless I'm in the trees. Well, they're going to die, so as long as they're in range, which I think they should be, so they'll be able to charge. So I'll move you where you can help them to the side if they're still there. There's nothing to shoot at, of course, so we'll leave that. Yeah, fine, hit roll. And they're all terribly on saves, so that's decent. It's fine. We lose no one, so pretty easy win. Roll a 1. Oh, I think he's moved in a way where I can't get out of his way. All hits. Yep, roll 6 6s and you'll be fine. Right, this is the messy one where, because I put them in the front, they're going to get a lot of return. They get all 6 of them, which is great. 3 back, should be... And we take a wound, which is okay. are okay there as well. They're going to run. Now, ideally what we want to do is charge everything in so it can't be shot in the back by him. I think he's going to get a chance on them. I can't stop it. So you go in the back. You go in the back. You can't hit anything. You can't hit anything. They can't shoot into a combat, so they're pretty much safe from him. They're going to get shot. There's nothing I can do about it. They miss. Hallelujah. Can you get far enough up there to catch him this turn? What? Okay, well that's slightly broken. Hang on. Game. Oh dear. There we are. We can't get there this turn, but the hope is that these will take so much damage that they should just give up. So we'll just get up there for next turn. That's about it. 6 of 6. And they're on. Do it again. Oh, directly in the way. Okay. Yeah, that's not really holdable. They're routing this turn. Fantastic. Yeah, we didn't. I thought that would happen. We would do enough damage that we wouldn't have to worry about it. Oh yeah, that Griffin took a kicking, I'm afraid. Everyone took a bit of damage, it seems. Okay, so the Knight Commander leveled. I don't particularly care about his wounds, so we'll just take the skill. Make sure he hits skill 4 things consistently. The Griffin leveled, which is nice. You can replenish more. I'm going to take the attacks, just turn him into a real monster, and because you healed 3 already, so he's basically going to be single entities like this. Will with other units, they don't heal unless they took some amount of casualties in the turn. The Griffin will always heal at least 1 wound per every kind of entrance, so you'll always pretty much be fine. Now we don't care about the swordsmen, they're fine. The cavalry, I am going to take those because having 8 of 8 in this one is great for the damage. The Imperial Knights leveled. So these are the ones that have the curse standard. More gold. I'm not really going to be looting with them. Ignores penalties so they don't break. Interesting in the max unit size. I really don't need a unit of 10 knights. That's ridiculous. That being said, do you really care about... I mean, occasionally I will take gold on them when they don't take casualties, so you might as well. It won't be this turn because I want the 6 back, but then we always... And then this unit of Imperial Knights... are currently capped to 5, so I will take the size on them because that will eventually be useful. Not this turn, of course. And that's that. Okay, well, while we remember, we're going to go into the army view and reorganize this slightly. There you go, so it's less unwieldy. Otherwise, 6-5 and everything else is as you want it. Okay, I think that's where we'll call that part. We'll pick up and continue on through Act 2 next time. If you have any feedback for how the game's going or just want to chat, leave a comment. If you're liking what you see and you want to see more, please like and subscribe. It helps out small channels like this immensely. See you next time.